Rumpelstilzchen. Once upon a time, there was a time when people still held hands, looked into each other's eyes, sometimes stopped and spoke freely to each other. Completely thoughtless, downright irresponsible. But then came the Enlightenment. Cloth rags had to come. If necessary, a scarf, a handkerchief, an old sock. The main thing is that the nose remained covered, a heroic act of obedience. Then it was said, keep your distance, 2 meters, free, a football field. No one knew for sure, but whoa, someone moved on your skin. The hand, a shopping cart, or even a staff were used as a protective shield, while the neighbor withdrew in panic as soon as you inhaled too deeply or showed some kind of movement. But that was not enough. So came masks, real masks. First of all, simple surgical masks. But wait, they weren't sure enough. So come with the FFP2 mask that should protect you, or at least convey the feeling of it in the supermarket without a mask. A scandal! You could have gone straight naked there. Then it became really sporty. Those who wanted to could now also test themselves. Daily, hourly, minute safe is safe. Cues for the nasal swab, up to the nosebleed and even more. Cheers when the line appeared on the test field only once, and then redemption. Vaccines, first an offer, then a recommendation, then a necessity, then a must. Without vaccination, no cinema, no restaurant, no right to exist. Go home, you denier, you liar, you agitator, you write, you aluminum hat wearer, you unvaccinated. It was said, if this person was allowed to go somewhere at all, because of course that was also regulated. What? You just wanted to get in the fresh air, sit on a bench, visit your family, go to the playground with your children. Forget it, you're tired of life. The park bench and the playgrounds are shielded, and the police are already waiting for you. Then the big show of certificates, 3G, 2G, 2G plus. At some point no one knew what it all meant. The main thing is to have a QR code ready. And whoa, your test result was too old, then go in the queue. Speaking of queues, do you remember the epic fights for toilet paper? Survival of the fittest in the drugstore. Grain a pack was like winning the lottery. And the children, of course, they also got their share of fear and insecurity. Already in kindergarten, they became mask professionals. In school, there were test drills like an estate epidemic simulation. And whoa, a child coughed. Then the panic was perfect.
But it still didn't enough. Society had to be divided a little more. Those who got vaccinated were heroes. Whoever didn't do it was an enemy. Families quarreled, friendships broke up, colleagues became Windsors. The vaccination card became the new identity card. Without it, you were nothing. And then came the talk shows, the headlines, the hate hunts, these unsupportive, these dangerous ones. Ask you a run for all those who had a different opinion. Those who dared to question were banished from restaurants, from social circles, from society. In the end, only one truth remained: fear was the best companion. Don't let go, don't think, just keep going. Questions? No. Rebellion? Impossible. You want to be part of it, don't you? So mask on, put on blinders, keep your distance, and please stay in the lane. And when everything was over, when the mask fell and the virus lost its horror, one question remained: why all this? Was it worth it? Or was the division of society the real virus? Was denier, you liar, you agitator, you right, you lumen hat wearer, you unvaccinated, liberal thinker, killer, Nazi, you scum of society. What society? It was said, if this person was allowed to go somewhere at all, the park bench and the playgrounds are shielded, and the police are already waiting for you. And the children, our children, finally fight for our children. They were afraid and insecurity to carry. Already in kindergarten they became mass professionals. In school there were test drills, like in a state epidemic simulation. And whoa, a child coughed, then the panic was perfect. And when everything was over, when the mask fell and the virus lost its horror, one question remained: why all this? Was it worth it? Or was the division of society the real virus? Was it a virus or was it Heinzchen? Does anyone know who it was? Does anyone know what Heinzchen is called? Is it good that no one knows what Rumpelstilzchen is called? Is it good that no one knows how Cash will tell you in a few days. Will he bump Rumple Heinzchen? Dann werden wir wissen, wie heißt. Der Rumple Heinz.
Cash will tell you in a few days. Will he bump Rumple Heinzchen? Dann werden wir wissen, wie heißt. Der
Rumpelstilzchen is called.
Is it good that no one knows how Cash will tell you in a few days.
Will he bump Rumple Heinzchen?
Dann werden wir wissen, wie heißt. Der